Welcome to the Lunara Bell Horror Podcast, and Happy New Year to you. I'm so glad you're here. In this episode, graduate student Minka Moon is desperate. Her thesis project is in danger, her funds are about to be cut, and 6 years of her life are circling the drain. So, against all advice, she ventures alone to document the abandoned Grayson mill. Let's see what she discovers. And if at the end of this episode you like what you heard, please support me by clicking the like button and subscribing to my channel. Now, prepare yourself for the whispering congregation of Grayson Mill. Minka Moon rubbed her temples, staring at the papers that consumed her cramped desk, her heart sinking with each moment that passed. Just days ago, her academic advisor, Dr. Whitmore, had declared her thesis project worthless, a disappointing shadow of its potential. With the grant funding suspended and deadlines looming, she felt the walls of academia closing in around her, suffocating her aspirations. In a desperate bid to salvage her future, Minka decided to venture into the forbidden shadows of Grayson Mill, an abandoned textile factory that loomed ominously, a place rumored to be haunted, a place where stories whispered through the charred walls and faded memories lingered. It was on the outskirts of town, a site that had been silent since the tragic fire of 1984, which had claimed more than a dozen lives. There were rumors of the mill being haunted, of restless souls trapped within its crumbling walls. But for Minka, it represented the last flicker of hope. She told herself that she'd just go in to document its eerie decay, maybe weave in the legend to craft the perfect thesis on the intersection of horror and history. She could bring it all to life. Ignoring the advice of her peers, who warned her of the dangers lurking in abandoned places like these, Minka prepared for the journey. She had her flashlight, notebook, and camera. She headed toward the mill. She journeyed the winding road through the dense woods. The trees towered like ancient sentinels watching over her. The air felt different. It was thick with dread, an unsettling anticipation. The sun dipped below the horizon as Minka finally reached the mill. She was struck by the sight. The structure loomed before her, a colossal beast draped in shadows, its windows like hollow eyes staring down at her. When she stepped inside, the world outside fell away, replaced by the eerie silence of the decaying factory. The scent of mildew and ash was palpable. Each step echoed, a reminder of the abandonment surrounding her. Armed with her flashlight, she began to explore the vast interior. That beam of light danced across the broken machinery and piles of dust-covered debris. It was then she stumbled upon the first statue, cold and unyielding, standing in the middle of a once bustling room. This statue was a grotesque figure, a woman frozen in a scream, her mouth wide open in an eternal plea for help. Beneath it, there was a plaque that read, "Clarabelle, last seen seeking safety, 1921. Minka felt an inexplicable warmth surge through her fingertips as she brushed the surface of the statue, an unsettling sensation washing over her. As she moved through the factory, she discovered 10 more statues, each depicting tortured souls, whispering of their anguish manifesting into chilling forms. Each bore a name. Each had a brief detail of their tragic story. Marcus Lee, vanished while working late, 1968. Virginia Shaw, Lost in Flames, 1984. The warmth from their wooden surfaces intensified, almost as if trying to draw her closer, to share their fate with her. Minka's heart raced. The whispers of their stories surrounded her, growing louder, wrapping around her like a shroud. It felt alive within the confines of the mill, yet her fear urged her to turn back. But something inside her wouldn't let her leave. She told herself she needed to document this, to bring their voices and stories to life in a way that Dr. Whitmore could not ignore. Worry began to creep in. The sensation of being watched prickled her skin, and she could have sworn she saw movement from the corner of her eye. Shadows danced, fleeting glimpses of something, or someone, moving among the debris. She shook her head, trying to clear her thoughts, telling herself it was merely her imagination running wild. But dread colored her surroundings as she descended into the basement, the air growing stale and suffocating. The beams of her flashlight struggled against this darkness, revealing the eerie glow of another statue forming amidst the gloom. This one, though, was different from all the others. This one looked almost alive, and this figure was an exact replica of herself, poised in a silent scream. Minka stepped closer, her breath quickening. "What is this? Who?" The words caught in her throat. The statue's eyes were hollow, yet somehow seemed to reflect her own desperate gaze. She reached out, her trembling fingers brushing against the wood, and suddenly, the statue began to shift. The warmth surged through her, flowing like electricity. Images flooded her mind, snapshots of anguished lives lost to time. Clara, Marcus, Virginia, and all the others. Their cries chimed together, harmonizing with her own rising panic. "No, I'm not like you," Minka screamed, backing away. But the figure before her began to merge with the shadows, its form leaking into the darkness like ink in water. Faceless whispers filled the basement, each shouting a proclamation of her doom. But, removed from the cries of the lost, something inside her ignited, a flash of defiance. With a surge of adrenaline, Minka spun around and sprinted back to the staircase, her heart pounding. She could hear the thunderous whispers chasing her. All the souls trying to pull her back, desperate to claim her for their own. Minka burst into the main floor, frantically searching for the exit. The statues seemed to watch her now, with vivid intensity, their eyes gleaming as if alive, urging her to join them. She burst through the doors and fell into the moonlight outside, gasping for breath, the cool night air a stark contrast to the suffocating depths of the mill. Her heart was racing, but she ran, and she ran until she reached her car. She drove away with a clarity that both frightened and liberated her. The mill receded into the distance, its menacing structure now a ghostly silhouette. Yet, the warmth still lingered in her hands, a burning reminder of the souls she had encountered there. Days passed, and the haunting memories of Grayson Mill refused to leave her. When she slept, fragmented dreams depicted the statues still reaching out for her, crying for help, the 12th figure smiling eerily as it reached toward her. Finally, she returned to Dr. Whitmore's office, trembling but resolute. "I have a new thesis," she asserted, her voice steady despite the chaos inside her. "It's the story of the Grayson Mill." Dr. Whitmore looked skeptical. But curiosity flickered in his eyes. As Minka shared her findings, the irreversible warmth of the memories surged within her. Dr. Whitmore's eyebrows raised at the tail, a mixture of intrigue and disbelief washing over his features. But in that moment, she knew she wouldn't just be a voice for those lost souls. She was now entwined with their fates. The mill, the statues, the anguish, they were now part of her. She had opened a door, and with it summoned something within that could never be truly extinguished. The shadows of Grayson Mill had claimed her despair, transformed it, and while she could tell their stories, she would forever be haunted by the 12th figure lurking just below the surface, a reflection of her own desperate soul. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please remember to like and subscribe to support me as I write and voice more stories for this channel. Until next time, take care, and thank you for listening.